Alright, hello my magical beings. How are you? How are you really? So, what I have playing in the background right now is the Crown Chakra meditation music. I'll post a link to it at the bottom if y'all want to hear it separately. But I'm doing some research now on what our crown chakra is and what it's about, okay? So, what I'm reading here is that it acts as our center of spirit, enlightenment, wisdom, universal consciousness, and it's also our connection to the higher guidance. The crown chakra is our highest potential. It governs interaction and communication with the universe. It also governs our sense of inspiration and devotion. It also governs our union with our highest self and the divine. It allows a deeper understanding and is responsible for a healthy spiritual life. It says some people like to think of the crown chakra as a kind of umbilical cord to the divine. That is so sweet. As us human beings are all connected to the oneness of all things. Because of this direct connection, it is important that we do not conceptualize ourselves as being completely separated from the divine. Instead, that greater universal force is merely a larger expansion of the same energy which makes us up too. This chakra allows for the experiences of unity and universal connectedness, as well as the integration of the whole. Okay, I'm going to scroll down some more. The mantra for this chakra is the affirmation, I know. Okay. And I'm gonna scroll down some more. This is what really intrigued me about this, okay? This is what it looks like when our crown chakra is out of balance, okay? So, this says common indicators of trouble with the crown chakra include difficulty meditating, difficulty feeling connected, and spiritual disinterest, as well as boredom, feeling antsy with the mundane, not feeling connected to one's purpose or wisdom, or desiring complete isolation. It also says perhaps the strongest signs of an unbalanced crown chakra are depression, apathy or apathy, however y'all interpret it, skepticism. Also, it says stubbornness, excessive sarcasm, and narrow-mindedness. Wow. And it says one way to target the alignment of the crown chakra is through moving the body, either through yoga or oh wow, it actually says headstands. I love doing headstands. But anything as long as we're allowing our blood to flow through our body, okay? And some affirmations that come with the crown chakra is I am connected to the universe and to everything around me. I am guided by something greater than myself. I have access to wisdom and peace. I honor my spirit and the divine within me. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and dive into our general reading. Okay? This is a message for the collective. We're going to see what the universe has for us, okay? You know, a lot of times we kind of go through this life journey and we kind of feel like it's just us, you know, or like we have to answer to ourselves and figure everything out, you know, but we are not alone. We really are not, you know. Yeah, we're not alone. It's like each day the universe is like, hey, so what do you want to create today? But instead of us really focusing on our spiritual gifts and, you know, creating with the universe, it's like we get kind of carried away in like the everyday routine. Like wake up, go to work, take care of kids, clean up, cook, you know, eat, poop, sleep, you know. And something else that I realized is that, you know, it's the I think it's called the basic animal cycle or something like that, to where animals, all they live to do is like to reproduce, eat, poop, sleep, stuff like that. But us human beings, we are designed to do much more than that, you know. And how we mentioned in the symptoms of a crown chakra that's like out of balance, has says boredom with the mundane, or antsy, feeling antsy with the mundane. You know, I actually think that's a good thing, because when we're waking up and doing the same thing, and then we start to become like, you know, antsy with it. Like, I know it's more to it than just this. I know I am much greater than what I'm doing. I know I am more than this job that I'm on. I know that I'm more than just a mother. I'm more than just a father. Or to my people who marry, it's like I'm more than this marriage, you know? And that is true. And I think a lot of times we kind of forget, you know, just how universal and versatile that we are. I think a lot of times we get so carried away in these titles and also expectations, you know, in the everyday routines, that we forget that, you know, with this affirmation with the crown chakra, I'm gonna go back to it. I think it said, yeah, there it goes. I am connected to the universe and to everything around me. But yeah, and a lot of times we forget that we are connected to everything and that we are everything, you know? Because once again, if we were made in God's image, if we were made, you know, if we come from the universe and the universe is inside of us and outside of us and it controls everything around us, somewhere or another, y'all, we have that same potential within us, you know? And like the article said about our crown chakra, that is our highest self. But a lot of times we kind of get, once again, just carried away with the everyday routines. But it come upon a time where we realize, you know, like, I know there's more to me than just this. I know it's more to life than just this. You know, and I honestly feel like that's the beginning of our spiritual journey. You know, most people on their spiritual journey, they said to themselves, like, I know it's more to it than just this, you know. So we're going to dive into this reading, okay? We're going to see what messages we can get out, okay? It looks like the main message opening up is that we are connected to everything around us. We are more than just these bodies. We are more than just a worker. We are more than just a mother. We are more than just a father. We are a whole what is it called? Cosmo balls, or burst of something, burst of cosmos. That's what we are. or like bursts of energy, you know. Alright, so let's dive into our reading for the collective and see what we can get out. I actually did a video earlier, which it'll be premiering soon, but it's called Finding and Becoming Grounded in Ourselves, Root Chakra. And something that I mentioned was that, you know, it's all about us becoming, you know, grounded with where we are, what we do, and things of that nature, you know. But with us being spiritual bodies, we are more than just these bodies, you know. We are more than just one thing, you know. We're more than just one thing. I always thought something was wrong with me because I hopped from like one career path to the next, but like, no. That's just me subconsciously expressing the fact that I am more than just one thing. I am of my Father. We all are of our Father. But some of us decide to just, you know, stick with one title, one way of living, while others of us, we tap into the many parts of us, because there's many parts to us, y'all. You know, once again, we are more than our job. We are more than just parents, you know. We are more. Most definitely. Okay, so we're gonna keep going here. So far we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, and we also have the 8 of Wands in reverse, okay? So I'm gonna keep going. Alright, and we also have here the 8 of Cups, okay? So, what I'm really seeing here is that this is kind of like the energy of slowly coming to the realization that certain things are out of our control, okay? You know, there's times whenever we try to fix things or fix, you know, situations with people, or either on our job or relationships or marriages. We try to fix things, you know, but it's kind of like we get to that point where it's just like, you know, there's more to it than this, you know. Because the 10 of Pentacles, this is about family, establishments, assets, you know, things of that nature, okay? But we have the 5 of Wands in reverse, so that's kind of like the energy of pretty much wanting to avoid confrontation, wanting to avoid conflict, or wanting to come to a resolution, okay? But we also have the 6 of Cups in reverse, so, you know, and that's all about, you know, like harboring negative memories and things of that nature, you know. So it's kind of like, y'all know how like when we want to be on good terms with people, we want to reconcile, we want this marriage to work out, we want to make this relationship work out, but it's kind of like that energy is still there, like the negative energy is still present. And with this 8 of Wands in reverse, it's kind of like a, for some of you, you could be waiting for somebody to reconcile with you or to make things right, okay? Or for others of you, it's almost as if like it's kind of like wanting to make something work. I just keep getting it in my head, like just wanting to make something work, but realizing how long that it's taken, to the point where you realize, like, you know, like maybe I should just let it go. You know, I could be talking to somebody who, okay, maybe you're trying to make it work, but somebody or a group of people, they may be angry with you. Okay. So it's just like I'm trying to come in peace. I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to work on this, but you know, it's like the perfect case of trying to control things out of our control. You know, and once again, that's when the serenity prayer, it comes into play. You know, I mention it a lot on this channel because we seriously stress ourselves out trying to control things that we just can't control, you know. And one thing that we cannot control is other people. We can't control the way they view us. We can't control the way they interact with us, okay? I could be talking to somebody who, you know, maybe you did make a mistake, and it's like you're trying to reconcile, you're trying to kind of like get back on good terms with these people or with this person, but it's kind of like the process of you waiting for this forgiveness is kind of like got you in a headspace, like, you know what, you know, if these people or this person can't be on the same page as me, if we can't work this out, you know, I tried, you know, I tried. For some of you, this could also symbolize like competition, okay? Like maybe you're trying to, like maybe like work with people and come together, but they're in the energy of like kind of seeing you as competition. And I really do hate that. I really do. Like, honestly, none of us should ever feel in competition with the next person. Because once again, with this crown chakra, one of the affirmations, which I seriously need y'all to remember, is that I am connected to everything around me. I am connected to the universe. So what that means in this situation here, being that we are connected to everything and everybody around us, y'all, if one person is doing good, that means we all are doing good. That means we all have the potential to do good. Because once again, one of the definitions of the crown chakra was that it is our highest self. It is our highest potential. You know, so when we see people doing good, y'all, we should never see it as competition, but rather a part of us. We have to remember that we all are connected. It's kind of like a body, okay? If your heart is doing good, your lungs, they should be doing good. Your kidneys, like everything else will fall in place. You know, like when one of our organs are down while the other one is good, honestly, the one that's good, it starts to pump blood and nutrients to that organ that's not so well, you know. Our good organs, they don't just say, okay, screw the bad ones, and the bad one, it doesn't try to tug at the good ones, you know. So, you know, it's kind of like I'm talking to somebody who you're wanting to come together with people who, or a person who has completely different intentions from you. This person could be harboring like very negative memories of you, or harboring some type of, I don't know if y'all can see that really good or not, sorry, but these people could be harboring like very negative memories with you, or viewing you in like a very negative light, okay? And the thing with that, we can't change how people see us, you know, we can't, you know, and we also can't share our tokens, okay? Because with this 10 of Pentacles, okay, it's like she's trying to share that with him, you know? and the other children that are in the neighborhood. She's trying to share that. But for that to work, these people or this person has to be on the same page as you. Okay? They have to be on the same page as us. It's almost like the energy of trying to give to people or a person who's out to take from us. Like trying to give somebody $5 and they have a plan to steal from you 10. And I don't even really like, to be in this type of energy, but as a reader, I have to let y'all know what I see. And it's almost as if we have an option here, y'all, to either continue to try to make these situations or relationships work, okay? Continue to wait for people to get out of a hateful energy or a negative energy and be more peaceful, harmonious, and cooperative. We can wait for that, or cut our losses. Okay? Because I don't know if y'all can really see this properly or not, but she's walking away from a bowl that has fire and light in it and walking towards the sun, which is infinite light. The sun is a very natural source of light. But fire is kind of like, I'm not going to say like a man-made type of light, but it tends to go out. Fire, it goes out after a while. So this could kind of be symbolizing us walking away from situations that are bound to come to an end anyway. To walk towards situations and relations with other people who are more, that'll be like more long lasting. Okay? But, it's like trying to, and honestly, I could be talking to somebody who, you may be dealing with people who, they may be smiling in your face. You may be working with these people. You may be in communication with them or making money with them. You could even be married to this person, okay? Or this could be someone you have children with. And this person could, want to like work this out, but with the 6 of Cups in reverse, y'all, this is like harboring bad energy, harboring like bad memories, okay? So if you previously had a fallout with this person or with these people, okay, it's like they may want to forgive you, they may want to cooperate, but it's like the past is getting in the way, okay? Or negative energies are getting in the way, okay? I don't know if this is a person or people who, for everybody it'll be a little different, but for some people it's kind of like a jealous type of energy. For other people it's kind of like not jealous, but like kind of like low-key angry or holding a grudge, okay? But either way it goes, y'all, this is a divine type of connection that has negative energy in it. This is something that can be very prosperous, something that can be very beautiful. But the negative energy that's attached to it is actually delaying that victory, is delaying that, ideal marriage or that ideal relationship or that ideal friendship. Like, you ever like dealt with somebody and it's like y'all both know that this could really work out, y'all both know that y'all are like best friends, or it could really grow to something really nice, or your job could be really cool, but it's like you feel like just something is in the way, like you don't know what the problem is, but you just know that you and these people or this person is like, y'all on the same page, but y'all not though. You know, it's like we say we love each other, we say we're friends, we say we're together, we say we're married, you know, we laugh together, we do this together, but something just does not feel right. You know? And once again, with this crown chakra, the affirmations that we are connected to everything and everybody around us. So being that we are connected bodies, especially if this is somebody who you are married to or have had any type of sexual relations with, okay, we tend to sync up with people, okay, especially if we've had sex with them. We tend to sync up with them, okay, meaning that we know when something is wrong, okay? But once again, the mantra for the crown chakra is the affirmation, I know. And it's kind of like, once again, when we sync up with people, we know what type of energy they carry when they're genuinely happy. We know what type of energy these people carry if they're genuinely proud for us and proud of us. But, you know, they're smiling, they're happy, they're around, working together, teamwork, things of that nature. But we know that, you know, we know that something is off. We know that something is wrong. It's like, y'all ever like did something or accomplished something, and you know you have a lot of people telling you congratulations, and it's like a couple people that like they're smiling and they're telling you congratulations, but you just feel that behind their congratulations, behind their smile, is something not sinister about them, but just something off. Okay? I think we all have experienced that. And that's really confirmation that we are being, which is one of the affirmations of the crown chakra. I am being guided by something greater than me. You know? And a lot of times we think that things are okay, but it's like our highest self, our highest potential of who we are, it informs us of certain things about people, and a lot of times we don't fully get the message or get the memo until something pops up to where we have to walk away. But it's like a lot of times Spirit tries to give us like a heads up, like, hey, you know, like a lot of times Spirit doesn't let us know exactly what's wrong. It just lets us know that something is wrong, you know. And it's up to us if we decide to stick around to figure out what that wrong is, or to listen to that hunch, you know. And it's kind of like this reading, it's like the whole purpose of this is to really listen to ourselves and trust ourselves and know that once again we are being guided by something much greater than us. So when we get that feeling that something's not right, or when we get that feeling that, you know, we all can tell, like a lot of people, like let's say for instance if it's a female and she has like a bunch of homegirls, and you know, with her being up close to them, she may not really see everything or know everything, but somewhere or another she has a feeling, you know, if they're jealous of her or if they have bad intent. She may have had that nudge before. But with this Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like a lot of times it's like a slow realization or a slow acknowledgement on our ends to that truth. Because one, we don't want to believe that. Nobody wants to believe that their parents are jealous of them. Nobody wants to believe that their own spouse is jealous of their success. Nobody wants to believe that. That's not fun, you know? That goes against the norms, you know? Husband is supposed to be proud of his wife, right? You know? Girlfriend and boyfriend, they're supposed to work together, right? They're not supposed to be jealous, right? You know? But that's when reality kicks in. And reality is, you know, everybody's morals look a little different. Everybody's sense of security looks a little different. You know, my sense of security, it looks a little different from the next person. Me, myself, personally, when I see people doing good, it makes me really happy. I go to sleep feeling accomplished, almost as if I was the one who accomplished what they accomplished. Because I know that I am connected to everything around me. I know if I see that person doing good, they are a part of me. So that means I am doing good in that person's body. We have to remember that we are not just our bodies, we're spirits. And the spirits that we possess is in everything, and it's in everybody. So right now, how I'm a tarot reader, if I look on the news and I see like what's that girl's name? Yeah, I'll give y'all a personal testimony of my own. I had 7 years of gymnastics, and I always wanted to go to Olympics, but I didn't. And around the time that I was getting ready to go and started like training with the team and all, I actually quit because I felt like it was too hard. Okay, that was really silly of me. But after I got away from gymnastics, that's whenever our very first black gymnast won the Olympics. What was her name? I think Gabrielle. Okay. And mind you, I wanted to be the first black female in the Olympics. I wanted that title. That's what I was shooting for. But I did not do that. You know, out of my own fears, out of my own excuses. So I looked on the news and I saw another black female, young too, and she ended up getting it. Do y'all think I was angry? Do y'all think I was bitter? Do y'all think I was jealous? No. I actually shared it. I actually shedded a couple tears, and I think I was like 13 when that happened, but I shedded tears of joy because I'm like, good. One of us finally made it. And I felt so inspired by her. You know, it made me really happy. I felt like she was representing black females as a whole. I didn't get all butt hurt and my pennies all in a bunch because, well, I wanted to be in the Olympics and I didn't do it, you know. And once again, it all comes from our relationship with ourselves. Everybody's sense of security looks a little different. A person with a good security in themselves would have the mentality that I had at just 13. You know, it's called being a good sport. When you don't win, but you're proud that you tried. You're happy that you tried. And you're also genuinely happy for that next person who actually won. It's called being a good sport. You know? We are connected to everything and everybody around us. If one person is doing good, we all are doing good and have the potential to do even better. You know? And a lot of times which I myself, I never actually really went through that. I literally think it was just one time when I was jealous of somebody. And it was on my job, and there was this girl who she had a body that looked exactly like mine, but her butt was a little bigger than mine. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was really jealous, okay? But Spirit put me in my place that same exact day. It's like as soon as the feeling of jealousy creeped up on me, she started to open up to me. And long story short, although she had the body that I wanted at that time, that body that I wanted, it came with an STD. She had something she couldn't get rid of. And here I am with little boobies, little hips, and a little butt, and I'm STD free. So I said that to say we should always be happy with where we are. It's not our job to compare ourselves to the next. You know, it's okay for us to have role models. It's okay for us to feel inspired by the next person. But as far as wanting what the next person has, as far as, you know, that should never be. At one time I got jealous and I instantly got put in my place. I instantly had a reminder to always be grateful. Where we are right now, what we have right now, you know, how we look, our body, things of that nature, you know, we just have to be grateful. Because once again, the body that I wanted, it came with an STD. So it's kind of like, Lana, you still want that body with the STD with, or you want to be grateful for what I blessed you with? You know? So once again, we all are connected, meaning that one person doing good, that means we're all doing good. We all have that potential. No one person should hate on the next person. You know? Because it's kind of like, once again, we all have different fingerprints. My life is going to look a little different from the next person. My success is going to look a little different from the next person. Does it mean I'm better than them? No. Does it mean they're better than me? No. It just means our life looks a little different from each other. You know? And I think another thing is like our definition of success, our definition of happiness, you know, and a fulfilling life. It's like we have to also really get to the bottom of that. Because there's some people out there who want to be rich, you know? But there's some people out there who are rich and they kind of wish for a more simpler life because they have people around them who are constantly asking them for money, constantly wanting. You know? So it's kind of like, it reminds me of this song by J. Cole. Y'all should really check it out. But it's called Love Yours. You know? But, yeah, there should be no jealous energy. Everybody should be happy for everybody. You know? Everybody's gift is a little different. That reminds me of the movie also, Encanto. Y'all should really check that out. I keep, you know, advising people to check that movie out because it's like really deep. You know, in that movie, all the children, they were born with a gift. And Isabella, she, you know, when she tried to open her door to get a gift, she did not receive one. So she actually felt like an outcast, you know. But truth of the matter was, it wasn't about a gift. It was just about her being who she was. And she encouraged all her other siblings that was born with a gift to be themselves and not be so consumed by their gifts. You are more than just your gift. You are an actual being, you know? So that's kind of like a gentle reminder to us all that it's not about what we have. It's not about what we do. It's about who we are at the core, you know? Once again, our crown chakra is about our highest potential. It's about us being, you know, our highest self. You know, and if we're all on the quest of becoming our highest self, not becoming the next person, but becoming our highest self, there is no competition because your highest self is going to look a little different from my highest self. You know, imagine the angels in heaven competing with each other. Like, all her wings, they longer than mine. You know, like, what does that look like? Like, how, you know, how can that exist? Or how wings, they flap faster than mine. You know, like, no. Angels in heaven don't think like that. And honestly, me personally, I view heaven as that state of mind. Like, I don't view it as a place. I view it as a state of mind. It's a state of mind where I'm not competing with nobody. I'm not, you know, I'm not desiring. I am content. I am satisfied with who I am, where I am, what I have. To me, that is heaven. When you are content, when we are okay. We're not out here trying to keep up with the Jonases. We're not trying to look like this or do that. We're just ourselves in our own magical way. The only competition we have is ourselves. To me, that's what heaven is. Because, you know, most hell on earth is people competing with each other. People are not happy for the next person. And I don't think that's right. You know? But it's like the people who feel that way towards us, you know? It's kind of like trying to encourage people or inspire people who are out to pull you down. Like trying to uplift people who trying to pull you down. Like, how does that work? Cursing people that's praying for you. How does that work? Hurting people that's trying to help you. How does that work? You know? How does that work? That's like speaking down on a person who, if somebody was to ask them about you, they have nothing but positive things to say. You know, and it's kind of like, if we're coming from a jealous or hateful energy, and we're doing it to a good person, a person with genuine intentions for us, what do we think is going to happen in return? You know, a lot of people, they wonder like why their blessings getting blocked, or why it seems like they're stuck, or why it seems like they're not making any forward movement in life. How do you expect to make forward movement if you're trying to tear somebody else down? The universe does not reward bad behavior. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to be reminded of. When we put negative energy out there, we have absolutely no business expecting anything good to come back. You know? When we put out hate, jealousy, envy, when we put that out, we shouldn't expect our business to blossom. We shouldn't expect our love life to go right. We shouldn't expect that promotion. We shouldn't expect anything. Because God does not reward that type of mentality or attitude. You know? And I could be talking to somebody who maybe you tried to kind of like achieve something that somebody else achieved and it didn't work out, and it may be the purpose. It may not have been for you, you know? Everybody's life path is supposed to look a little different. It may not have worked out for you because maybe that's not for you, you know? Let's say, for instance, if you saw a swimmer and you got inspired by the swimmer, so you try to go out there and swim, you know? Everything's not meant for everybody, and that's okay. You know? Everything's not meant for everybody. We all have separate life purposes. We all have a different reason for being on this planet right now. One person's purpose may be to inspire. The next person's purpose may be to, you know, like discipline or something like that. Everybody's purpose looks a little different. And we gotta be okay with that. You know? Because when we get so caught up in trying to compete with the next person or have what they have, we overlook ourselves. We overlook what we have. And that reminds me of a saying that came to my mind a long time ago that I posted here on YouTube. Maybe it's not about having more, but doing more with what little we have right now. Maybe I don't need no big old condo. Maybe I just need to make peace with where I am right now and make this a happy home. Because if this ain't no happy home, you know, what's the point of upgrading to a big old condo and it ain't gonna be no home? Or to my people who's single and you looking at other people who happily married, ain't it better to be happily single than to be in a marriage that, you know, if you're not happy by yourself, if you get in that marriage, you're not going to be happy with that person either. We can't be happy with nobody if we're not happy by ourselves. So maybe it's not about having more. Maybe it's not about doing more, okay? So it's kind of like we have to ask ourselves, how can I make the best out of where I am right now? How can I make the best out of what I have? You know? How can I reach my highest potential with what stage of life I am in right now? Instead of worrying about how can I become that person, how can I do that, how can I, how can I do this? How can I be me more? How can I, you know, how can I become more myself? You know, how can I make where I am a happier home? How can I become happier, you know, by myself? Instead of looking for a relationship or looking for that marriage, I would attract it. Because by nature, when we are happy by ourselves and where we at, the universe is like, I will happily bless you with more. You know, and I could be talking to somebody else who, once again, you're looking at another person or people and you're wondering like, well, how did they do that? How did they do that? You know? And it's because a lot of times our energy, these people who did accomplish something, they were in a really good energy. But nothing can be brought to us. We can't manifest if our attention is on other people. You know, the more our attention is on other people, the more we distract ourselves from ourselves and what it is that we need to do. You know, we slow down our own process. We slow down our own growth. Or whatever it is that we're trying to manifest. We slow down our process if we're so worried about the next person and how they doing, what they got going on, what they wearing. What about us? How we doing, what we wearing, you know? We got to redirect that energy into ourselves. You know? But we can't make people happy who are not happy themselves. And we also shouldn't be trying to make people happy who insist on not seeing us happy. You know, once again, it's like trying to uplift people who their whole purpose is to pull you down. Those two energies are very contradicting. You know, but they say opposites attract, you know. But I don't think that it should be in that form, you know. But it's almost as if it's a good thing because the person or the people who are doing good, they can show the other person that, hey, you can do good too. You know, and that'll let the other person know, like, you know, there's no reason to feel like that. If I can do this, you can too. If it's a part of, you know, your genetic makeup, you know. Because if this ain't meant for you, it's not going to work out. That would just mean your life path, you're meant to do something different. And that's okay. But none of us have any business competing with the next person. You know. That remind me of this post that I saw on Facebook. I think it was Instagram. It was a crayon and it was a pencil. They were standing beside each other, and the crayon was like, I wish I was sharper. And the pencil was thinking towards the crayon, I wish I was more colorful. You know? The crayon nor the pencil has no purpose and no reason to be envious of the next. You know? The crayon serves its purpose, which is to color things, to add colors, and the pencil, it serves its purpose, which is to write, you know. So it's like we have to embrace who we are. We have to embrace our life purpose. And if we're unsure of it, that's what the purpose of the Crown Chakra is. For us to know that we are guided by something greater than us. You know? And it's okay for us to ask the universe, like, okay, so what is my life path? What is my spiritual gift? What am I meant to do? You know? It's okay to not know. That's the beginning of wisdom, for us to admit that we don't know. You know? But, you know, everybody's life path is going to look a little different. And that's okay. Everybody's purpose is different. Everybody's definition of success is going to look a little different. You know? Some people think success is having lots of money. Other people think, you know, success is, you know, doing what they want when they want, you know? Everybody's definitions are different. You know, but we have no business trying to compete. We have no business being unhappy for people, you know. Because we all take turns shining, but we all are a collective. We all are connected to each other. I do good, you do good, you know. We both possess the same spirits, you know. But we just have to remember, if we keep putting our attention on other people, and especially, you know, trying to tuck down other people, all that does is put bad karma out into the universe for us, you know. So it's like, if we're truly wanting to manifest greater things for ourselves, you know, we have to put good energy out. It's that good energy that brings that type of stuff in for us. But if we're putting out negative energy, like, I wish I could do that, I should do that, I would have did this, you know. And I don't know, I could be talking to somebody who, you know, you may be beating yourself up about things that you didn't do or couldn't do, or, you know, things of that nature, you know. But I would just say, like, it's okay. Like, you know, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why you didn't. You know, but it's like, now you have that opportunity, you know, to move forward. You have that opportunity to do better, you know. Like, for instance, like, if I'm talking to a parent who maybe, you know, you weren't really too present with your children, you know, if you are beating yourself up over it, you know, it's like, it's like the energy that you're putting into beating yourself up, you know, and tearing yourself down and talking negatively to yourself, you can put that energy into, you know, actually being there and trying, and also forgiving yourself. Because we all make mistakes. We all have fallen short. We all have, you know, missed the mark by a couple, you know, points, okay? So it's okay. You know, but we all have a chance to do better, you know. And if people are not willing to accept your apology, or accept, you know, that you have changed and that you want to work on things, you know, it's either you can stay and continue to try to win these people over, or try to get them to forgive you, or continue to compete for their love and forgiveness, okay? Or just cut your losses and know that, I'm coming from a genuine place. I've tried, I apologize, and, I'm doing better. I've changed, and if they can't accept that, or if this person can't accept that, it will be up to you if you decide to cut your losses or not. Because once again, we can't control people, We can't control people. If you have changed, but they're still seeing you as, how you were at first, if they're still seeing you as your unevolved self, that's that's their loss. They'll be losing out on the new you know. So, you know, I would just say, to like kind of be careful if you're like tearing away at yourself to try to prove a point to people, you know. Like, I've changed, I'm doing better, I'm trying now, because all that's doing is it just, each time these people or this person doesn't accept it, all it does is just chip away at us more and more, So it's like, if you can't forgive me, if you can't, like, I'm just gonna have to cut my losses. If I keep trying and you keep like turning me down, all that does is just discourage a person. But I will say to whoever related to that part there about like if you did something, it's like now you're changing or trying to like reconcile. I would just say to make sure that change is for you and not for this person or not for these people. Because something that I've learned is when it comes to change, it needs to be on our own time, and it needs to also be because we want to change. Not because we're trying to make something outside of us work, like a relationship, marriage, friendship, but because we genuinely want to change. Okay? Because if we're changing for people, that's not like an actual genuine change. Okay? We have to change for ourselves, okay? Not for a relationship, not for a marriage, not for somebody to forgive us, but because we actually genuinely want to change and want to do better and become, our best self. Okay? So it's kind of like these changes that you're making or that you did make, it's kind of like asking ourselves, like, why did we make that change? Okay? Were we trying to get forgiveness? Were we trying to, because here's the thing, if our goal is just to be back in this relationship or marriage, as soon as we get back into that relationship or marriage, that change, it has an expiration date, So we have to make sure that, okay, I'm changing for myself. This is for the better. I want to be a better person, a better husband, a better wife, better girlfriend, boyfriend. I want to do better. I want to be better. Because if we're telling ourselves, I just want to be in that relationship again, I just want to, I just want to be back with them. If that's the goal, and we get back with them, boom, we go back to being how we were. Because it was not a genuine change. So changes that we make, anything that we achieve, it needs to be for us. Not to win people over, not to keep up with the Jonases, not to, compete with other people or show off, but because those are things that we actually want to do. Those are things that actually make us feel good about ourselves, Everything we do in this lifetime, it needs to be because we want to do it, not because, of any outside approval or validation or woohoo, you did it. Like, no, this needs to be something that we genuinely want to do, something we genuinely desire, something that we genuinely, feel good about. Okay? Because, the universe is inside of us, so it feels our intentions, it feels our energy. It knows when, once again, the crown chakra, the mantra for it is I know. The universe knows whenever we're doing something for the wrong reason. Okay? It knows. So a lot of times that's when some things like backfire, or don't turn out right. or if we try to achieve something and it just doesn't happen, it's all about our intentions. Perfect example. If you see somebody with a nice car and you just like, well, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get me an even bigger car and I'm gonna put some even bigger rims on it, and you end up getting it, and you end up finding out that, like, maybe they sold you, like a car with like with just bad stuff on it, like bad title, things of that nature. It's our intentions behind things, y'all. If our intentions are not pure, that's when things start falling apart. That's whenever our blessings start being delayed, Because once again, there is no way possible that we can put negative energy out into the universe and expect good things to come back. If we're in the very competitive energy, very jealous, envious energy, like, no, the universe is like, no. I'm not about to bless you with this. Not for you to show off, not for you to, like, no. This may be meant for you, but I'm not going to bless you with it right now because I know that you're not in the right headspace. You're harboring negative energy with you. You're harboring, like, no. Right now, it's not the time. It's like when we can fix our intentions and, like, really be self-aware and realize what we're doing, why we're doing it, that's when we can, really manifest what's truly meant for us, Because, like I always mention to people, is that when it comes to, like, relationships and marriages, we have to make sure that we're coming from a full cup. Because, that will let us know that our intentions are pure. Like, hey, I genuinely like this person, like, I want to get to know them, But if our cup is empty, our intentions will be really bad. Like, I just, I want company, or I want somebody around, or I want somebody to make me happy. I want somebody to tell me I'm pretty. I want somebody to, like, no. So that's why the delayed gratification. That's why we end up coming across people who are, like, really poopy, Because it's like the universe telling us, like, hey, I got better in store for you, but this is all I'm able to give you, because you're in a, like, really weird energy. Like, you're not in the energy for me to actually give you this, But it's not until we align ourselves with the divine, once again, the Crown Chakra is all about us realizing that we are connected to source. We are connected to everything and everybody. We are in union with the divine, And once we become aligned with the divine, meaning that we are in a clear headspace, we are content, we are satisfied, we are relaxed, our mind is still, it's quiet, we're not stressed, we're not competing, we're not, When we get in that headspace, that's when we become aligned with the divine, and that's when we can manifest what is meant for us. And that's whenever our life path becomes much clearer, That's when it becomes much more clear to us, It's hard to find out what our life path is if we're worried about the next person, how they're doing, what they doing, why we ain't doing this, why we ain't doing that, That clutter, those thoughts, that's nothing but clutter, But it's when we clear our mind, when we stop competing, when we slow down, when we relax, when we appreciate where we are in life, when we become grateful and content and satisfied, When we are relaxed, that's whenever we are, connected to source properly, And it's important for us to be connected to source, because that's where our, divine messages come in, our guidance, our spiritual enlightenment. A lot of times, like, warnings, things of that nature. It's very good to be connected to source, Source is where we get our blessings. Source is when we, get the truth. Source is when we find out what our life purpose is. Source is what allows us to manifest, So it's very important that we let go of any negative thoughts, feelings, intentions, Because once again, maybe it's not about having more or doing more, but rather, doing more with what little we have. I am satisfied with where I am in life. I am satisfied with who I am. I've made mistakes and I've fallen short, and I'm okay with that, because I know better now. I am wiser now. I am stronger now. I am more aware now. I know not to make those same mistakes. I had to make those mistakes in the past, so I know not to do it again. So I am content with the mistakes that I've made because I've learned my lesson. I know not to do that again. It made me who I am. I'm satisfied with, everything. I am grateful. I am content. I am satisfied. I am happy where I am. And I know a lot of us would think to ourselves, well, I could be doing better, and that is true. We could be doing better because there's more in store for us. Our potential is unlimited. But who we are right now, right here, is enough. It's enough for this moment. It might look a little different from the next person and where they are in life right now, and that's okay. Does that mean that person is better than us? No. Everybody's life is going to look a little different. It's supposed to. Because once again, with the post about the crayon and the pencil, whole time the crayon hating on the pencil and the pencil hating on the crayon. So it's like the parts of us that we think are like not good enough, there's somebody out there who looks at those parts of us and they're just like, I wish I possessed those qualities. Or if we think to ourselves like, oh, I kind of wish I had a different car, there's somebody out there who's wishing, I wish I had a car. Or anybody thinking to themselves, well, I want a condo, I want a bunch of money. Okay, there's somebody out there who wishing that they could qualify for the job that you have, because most felons, they can't really, get regular jobs, things of that nature. But we have to always be grateful because there's somebody out there who is absolutely praying for the life that we have. And the person who the people who we think are doing better than us, y'all may not know it, but these people, they turn around and look at us and they're just like, there's certain things about us that they absolutely love. To my single people, you might be looking at happily married people and you're just like, I wish I had that. And then the happily married people looking at you like, I kind of miss my single days when I was free and could spend all the money I want to without my partner asking me where all the money at, So we just have to always be grateful. Always be grateful. Because there's somebody out there who wishes that they had what we had, or they wish that they were where we are right now. Nobody has any business being jealous of the next. Okay? We all are very perfect in our own imperfect way. We all are enough. Okay? So I'll let you guys go. My little one, she woke up, so I'm gonna go lay her back down. And I pray that this reading let y'all know that you are enough by yourself. You are whole. You are complete. You are good enough. Okay? You may not be where you want to be. You may not have what you want right now, but where you are and what you have right now is good enough for this moment right here. Okay? And there's somebody out there who wishes that they had what you have. Okay, so we have to always be grateful. Okay, so I'll let you guys go. I pray that y'all took something very valuable from here. Okay, and yeah, I'll let you guys go. Until next time,